Alright guys, so I have updated the PvP tier list for June 2023, so I think it's about time for me to update the PvE tier list for June 2023 after the release of Snapdragon as well as Tatain cookie. So here we go guys, this is going to be of course once again based on my opinion as well as my experience. Right now inside of Master Mode, I have cleared all the way up to the entirety of episode 5, as well as for dark mode and the story mode I have cleared everything for story mode, and for dark mode I have cleared everything all the way up to 3 stars except for 1630. So that's where all of these opinions as well as the rankings of these cookies are coming from. But let's get into it first with the not useful. I don't recommend you guys to really use these cookies. If you guys have to, then just level them at the very minimum and then kind of push them aside, and that's gonna be T-Knight, Moon Rabbit, Kumio, Raspberry, we got Fig, Snow Sugar, Lilac, Pastry, Sonic, Tail, Tiger Lily, as well as Chili Pepper. So once again guys, these cookies are probably not gonna be your best options when you guys are playing inside of the world exploration as well as other game modes that are going to be revolving around the PvE aspect of things. And then now moving on to the B tier, they're decent but still not really recommended. Strawberry Crepe, Cocoa, we got Red Velvet, Sparkling Mint Choco, Candy Diver, Black Raisin, Sorbet Shark, we got Mango, Twizzy Gummy, we got Affogato, Dark Choco, Poison Mushroom, as well as Profit. So some people might actually say, hey, HyRoll, Affogato should be put into that situational, for certain stages. But in my opinion, Affogato is not as useful as before, especially if you guys are referring to the 14-10. It's gotten a lot easier, and actually Affogato's curse actually doesn't even work against certain enemies like that anymore. It has been fixed, it has been changed, so just keep that in mind. If you guys are still referring to that stage, it is not going to be possible to use Affogato anymore. Alright, and on top of that, it's just gotten a lot easier, so just keep that in mind. Now moving on to the A tier are going to be pretty darn decent cookies now. These cookies can be used if you guys don't have any of the S tiers or the must braids, as well as like the first to invest. And it's going to be Crunchy Chip, we got Queen of Man, we got Fin and Sear, we got Royal Margarine, we got Milk Cookie, even with the Magic Candy, we got Pumpkin Pie, Clotted, Caramel, Latte with the Magic Candy, as well as Blueberry Pie, Cherry Blossom, Cream Unicorn, Carol, as well as Macaron. So these cookies are pretty darn decent throughout the entire world exploration and other game modes, but not as good as the other ones again that are going to be above in the higher ranking. And for you guys who are wondering about Royal Margarine, I gotta say Royal Margarine is very, very good and is going to be a vital member to the guild boss battle. However, inside of other game modes, especially like world exploration and things like that, he's just really meta for the guild boss battle. So overall ranking inside of the PvE aspect of things, he's going to be more of the A tier as of right now. Alright, moving on to the S tier is going to be Capsaicin, Mala Sauce with the Magic Candy. We got Madeline with the Magic Candy, Purple Yam with the Magic Candy, Werewolf with the Magic Candy. We got Black Pearl, Frost Queen, Sea Fairy, Espresso with the Magic Candy, Licorice with the Magic Candy, Rye with the Magic Candy. We got Pine Cone as well as Oyster. I know a lot of you guys have commented in my previous tier list talking about how Capsaicin should be must raise. And yes, I do believe that Capsaicin is probably going to be a really, really good option for you guys, but I personally don't think that he is going to be an absolute must raise. There's ways to work around him. Yes, he is really, really good with the immortality, allowing you to, keep him alive for about 6 seconds without even the healing and things like that, without having him die. He is pretty good, but there are still going to be cookies that are going to be better than him in the must raise sections. So I personally believe that with how the tier list is set up right now, he's more towards the S tier. That's going to fit around like Mala Sauce with the Magic Candy, Madeline with the Magic Candy, and any of the other tanks right now with the Magic Candy. That does not include Milk Cookie. And then the DPSs, they're all really good. They all have their perks and downsides as well, but just keep in mind these guys are going to do wonders for you guys while you guys are playing the world exploration. Of course, not in every single situation or most situations like the must race cookies, but they are going to definitely be helpful in a lot of the stages. Now moving on to the situational real quick is going to be Dark Cacao. So I have moved Dark Cacao to the situational. We got Herb, we got Parfait, we got Pomegranate, as well as Almond and Vampire with the Magic Candy. Alright, so the reason why I've moved Vampire with the Magic Candy to situational again is because Vampire is kind of only really used for particular bosses, in my opinion, nowadays. Especially now that Vampire is not even being used inside of the guild boss battle. It's just very situational nowadays and going to be more towards the PvP aspect of things. And Dark Account now is probably going to be a more situational to get rid of any of the shields that you guys will see in episode 15 and 16 as well, and in some of the master modes if you guys need to. But right now, in my opinion, if you guys are versing bosses or if you guys are versing specific enemies, Stardust does that definitely even better than Dark Account nowadays. So definitely Dark Account is more of a situational cookie now, and I personally don't really recommend you guys to invest too much into Dark Account as of right now either. All right, now moving on to the first to invest. All right, so just keep in mind, first to invest guys are going to be the cookies that you guys actually can get right away without doing any gacha. So either from an event like the Might of the Ancient, or you guys are able to get from the mileage shop right now. So let's get into it, and it's going to be of course pure vanilla as well as Hollow. Out of the two, or out of the three I guess, including Dark Cow, I definitely recommend any of the new players to actually choose pure vanilla, because pure vanilla will literally carry you guys throughout the entire world exploration and the master mode as well. And then if you guys already have pure vanilla and you guys need a good, really good tank, Hollow is going to do you wonders as well. However, just keep in mind that Wildberry, Milky Way, Space Donut, Brood, all of these tanks actually can replace Hollow for majority of the world exploration stages, and that's the reason why I highly recommend, if you guys can, to get pure vanilla first. And then now we are going to move on to the next one. It's going to be Prune Juice. So Prune Juice has been added to the first to invest because Prune Juice is going to be really good inside of world exploration, inside of master mode, inside of the guild boss battle as well, and has been added to the mileage shop. So you are actually able to get Prune Juice through the mileage shop now. So definitely he is going to be added to the first to invest. And then we got Content, we got Licorice, we got Squid Ink, as well as Captain Caviar. So these cookies, again, all of the epics are available inside of the mileage shop. They are really good inside of not only the world exploration but other game modes as well, guild boss battle, cookie alliance, and etc. And for each individual spots inside of the team, like DPS, support, tanks, and stuff like that, these cookies will literally probably carry you guys in majority of the world explorations in the beginning. And then now moving on to the last one, must raise. These cookies are going to be like, you guys should definitely invest in them if you guys do get them from the gacha. And it is going to include Moonlight, we got Stardust, we got Pattaya, as well as Sherbet and Cream Puff with the Magic Candy. Last one is going to be BTS, but actually I'm going to put BTS in the situational now because of the fact that you guys have Snapdragon available to every single player through the gacha. Of course, it's going to take a bit of time, but it is still permanent and everybody is able to get Snapdragon, but BTS is now gone, all right, not able to be obtained anymore. So if you guys don't have Snapdragon yet and you guys have BTS at hand, maybe it might just be pretty good to put them inside of the Hall of Ancient Heroes, level them up because their skill automatically follows the level. So it might just actually be pretty situational to put in BTS in certain situation. But these cookies right here, the must raise, are going to literally just be probably one of the best cookies that you guys can really have on your team in majority of the situation. Of course, you guys already know that these cookies are absolutely wonderful inside of the PvE aspect of things. And now moving on to the two new cookies, and that is going to be Tatain as well as Snapdragon. Snapdragon is going to be in the must raise. Snapdragon has replaced kind of BTS in majority of the situation. Damage resist, shield, healing is a better attack percentage increase, as well as damage resist right off the bat. So really good. We got debuff resist as well, can't forget that. So must raise definitely, and is available to everybody, but it's not a right away get, right? You do still need to do gacha. That's why Snapdragon is not in the first to invest yet. And then it is going to be Tatain. I think Tatain is going to be a good S tier inside of the PvE aspect of things. Does really good damage, does knockback, does have shackle, does extra damage to bosses. And inside of master mode and dark mode of world exploration, I actually tried her out. She's really good. She does really good damage, does a really good AoE damage or area damage. And on top of that, Cookie Alliance, she does do really good too. Does lack in the guild boss battle, but still overall aspect of things, I think she does deserve the S tier as of right now. So that is going to conclude the PvE tier list of June 2023 after the release of Snapdragon as well as Tatain. So hope you guys found the video helpful. If you guys haven't checked out the PvP tier list yet, then go check that out right now. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next video.